All right, good evening, X-Wing, and welcome to another episode of Echo Base X-Wing Mission Debriefing here on Gold Squadron Entertainment. I'm Walker Darko. With me, as always, are Jake Ream
Hey everybody, how's it going tonight?
and Kevin Lines.
Hey everyone.
And apologies to chat that we don't have Mr. Sun. I'm going to say Fack. I really don't want to say that word out loud. It
I
never
think I
sounds
think
right.
fun
Kev,
suck is much more appropriate.
yeah, the appropriate name is Fun Suck.
The fun suck.
Yep.
All right, but what we do have is a little empire on empire attempted treason um, going on between Vlad and Rinehart. So,
There's not a lot for the lists to go over. Reinhardt's is really pretty simple. It's just 3 Tempests with passive sensors and then Vader with sense of fire control. Comes in at 197. And Vlad's running Soontir with a shield upgrade. Am I reading that right? No, yeah, shield upgrade with Predator, Duchess with Crackshot, Vermile with Vader, and Gideon with Crackshot.
Kevin, you're really quiet again.
Turn me up all the way. Turn me up to 11.
uh, gross. No one needs. Kevin just went from 6 to 11.
All right, I adjusted it a little bit there. Let me know, chat, if it's any better. But Kevin is notoriously quiet, so that's just the way
As
he
quiet as
talks.
you'd like, but notoriously quiet.
Well, since I'm sick, I'm going to talk less so you two can take it away.
Oh God.
I'm gonna get us 2 set dials if I can.
All right.
All right. So it doesn't look like we have an honorary joust coming in here anywhere.
No, but I do appreciate that Vlad set Soontir up in the proper location, at the proper angle as well.
Really?
I mean, isn't that what Duncan always does in the corner at a
No.
45?
No, Duncan just one turns turn one.
Oh, okay.
It's the patented Howard one turn.
But really though, I actually do like the diagonal, especially for an arc dodger. It does make it a little bit easier to slip past. Have you heard that whole the theory on the 12-degree deployment?
Yeah, I'm sure Bun talked about it one time and I wasn't listening.
Okay.
I
So
mean, I get it, but
yeah, the
whatever.
idea of it was when you're flying an arc dodger that yeah, setting them up at a 12-degree angle to start off with allows you a better chance to dodge their arc, but also keep them in your arc because it's turning your ship just a little bit. So that way, when you do the barrel roll, like you can just barely slip by their firing arc.
I would like to charge the Carolina Crates podcast with the task of figuring out if that's actually legitimate or if it's a bunch of crap.
Chris Allen,
Travis,
please help
get on
us.
that. Listener 6 or whatever, make it happen.
Yes, Travis, it's all you.
All
All
right.
right,
So
so the somebody brought gas clouds because they don't want consequences. I'm gonna guess that it's the Vermile list.
Soontir.
Yep, definitely.
Uh, I really hope he 5 forwards those 2 Tempests turn one on the top.
Yeah.
Tempest 2 and Vader. I hope they just 5 forward.
Try to
Scare
just,
Soontir.
yeah, I was gonna say take Soontir off his game.
Yep.
I think Tempest. What I gotta hover over that one on the bottom. Tempest 3 will probably turn in, and Tempest 2 will probably lollygag in the middle. But I actually think, if he possible, he probably wants to try to force the Reaper to have to deal with that gas cloud. Like, so if he can pull him up as much as possible. That might help. But you can't outrun Vermile or Duchess, so he's going to have the engagement happen, whether he wants to or not. Like, he can't just run from it forever.
Yeah. That is the thing about them with their ailerons, is they're faster than they seem to be.
You know, but as a plus, if he does force them to go top speed, Gideon can't really keep up. Like, they
Right.
will go faster than Gideon can, so he might be able to create a 3-on-4 situation for one turn before Gideon can arrive. Maybe that's something he should try to pull. But I would really like to see the Tempest on the top. Vader and Tempest 1 go 5 forward this turn.
All right, well, let's see what they end up doing. So we're seeing probably the guess of the split.
I'm surprised he's not barrel rolling.
No, and he's got passive sensors on all of them. Oh,
Yeah,
except for
except for
Vader.
Vader.
Yeah.
And no
Aw,
5 forward.
he didn't do the 5. Boo. Passive sensors makes a lot of sense though with these guys.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Like, your defense is gonna stink, but you'll get your 3 dice.
And Gideon's trying to keep up.
There's the 5 forward that I wanted to see, just not from the right ships.
I mean, Vader can still 5 forward and put pressure on Soontir.
Yeah, unfortunately, he doesn't have afterburners, which
Yeah.
I have feelings about that. Yep. So they're going fast.
But not quite the same with base length.
Okay, a 3 is the fastest the striker can go. Okay. And Vader does move last because he was bidding 3 points. So while they set dials, I'm going to talk about this next turn.
No tire lock. Okay.
All right, so here's why I don't like that 3 bang from Vader. Soontir, if he wants to, can 4-4 barrel roll and boost and make it so there's no way Vader is actually going to get a shot at him. And if he gets tied up just trying to keep Soontir, like if he does a 1 forward or if he keeps it whatever, he's keeping Vader away from the fight with the other 3.
Yep.
And the other 3 ships are superior to the 3 Tempests. So, like, you either go right away to scare Soontir and then you hard turn in and you bring the other ships. Like, I wanted to see the other 2 ships come up into the corner to pull those guys in, because then Vader can come back around on the backside. But without that, I'm afraid the engagement's going to happen with those 3 Tempests against the other 3, and they're not going to win that fight. And Vader's going to get there too late.
But you're supposed to roll dice in this game, Kevin. Like, maneuvering is not fun. Just roll dice.
I watched a lot of games this weekend because I've been sick, and there was a stream from First Earth. Thank you for streaming that, by the way. So many games are won and lost without dice ever being rolled.
Oh, yeah, they are. Absolutely.
Like, dice affect the outcome, but I watched so many games won and lost on just the approach. Like, I'd say 60% of the games were lost on the approach, and then the second turn after the scrum has started, a lot of bad decisions get made. But I just want to bring that up because, you know, you have to think about that when you're looking at these matchups. Like, the Tempests are not superior chassis in any way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm. Well,
and if you can't leverage Vader, you're in big trouble.
Right, and it's also something that you should consider when you're building your list. Like, whatever your list is going to be, like, you should consider what a strong opening engagement looks like for your list. You know, do you want to have...
What's your win condition?
Yeah, absolutely. And just, that's a narrow focus on your list, you know, apart from when you sit down to actually play somebody else. But if you know that win condition for your list, then, you know, you only have to think about your opponents and what their possible win conditions are against you.
Yep. And if you look at, like, points-wise, I don't remember. How many points is Vader? Vader's 74 points. So let's just say he ties up Soontir with Vader. Soontir's only worth 63 points. So technically, if he ties him up and they both, like, don't play the game, Vlad is technically up, what,
Yep.
11 points with
Mhm.
stuff because he has more efficient ships.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
And if you look at this next turn, like, let's just say the engagement on the bottom happens. You could get all 3 Tempests to maybe engage, but Vader has no way to contribute this turn, no matter what. He either shoots at Soontir or he does nothing. And there's a chance that Soontir just disengages as well, and it's a 3-on-3, and I really like the chances for Vlad in that situation. But,
Yep.
okay.
All right, let's see how they engage.
Yeah, go ahead, Walker.
We can go ahead, Jake.
Oh, no, I
while
was
they're
just
doing
while
the
you were
moves.
doing the dial stuff, I was going to talk about the 3 bank with Vader. What that allowed Vlad to do is, like, it opened up that flank of Vader's right side, right? Because now that his arc is no longer pointing in that direction, because Vader also doesn't have afterburners or a way to boost, like, you can't swing that arc back to the right if Soontir decided to do like something like you were talking about, Kevin, like a 4 or 5 forward barrel roll.
Yeah, it'd have to be a 4 because his 5's not blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Rick's going to get all up in there. Yep, this is what I was afraid of. Man, they're so fast.
Yeah, I've been playing a medium base ship lately, and it is amazing how quick they actually are.
Especially when they have ailerons. Whew.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is Soontir calling a bluff?
Does he do the barrel boost?
Yes.
Yep, he's blocking the 1 forward.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say, before you reveal Vader's dial, let's say Vader called it and is like, oh, I know exactly what Soontir's going to do. I'm going to do a 4K. Okay, it's range 1 with technically 3 dice because it'd be range 1, but he doesn't have his lock, which is what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But it is a little bit of a gamble. And most of the time... Go ahead.
1 forward.
Yeah, 1 forward, right. Go figure. I mean, so in that situation as the Vader player, the right call probably is the 1 forward. Unless you think your opponent is smart and they're going to try to do that with Soontir, then okay, the right call is, I guess, a 4K.
Except for then you don't want to get into the point of being Princess Bride with the poison.
Right, but then you're asking yourself, is my opponent, like, are we playing at that level where my opponent knows that I'm not going to do the 1 forward and they just do a 2 forward and they block my 4K? Like you were talking, Walker?
Right. Well, and that's what we've talked about that too when you're at big tournaments. The first couple rounds, you can't, if you're a good player, which I assume this is how it is for good players. If you're a good player, you can't just assume your opponent is also a good player and is going to make the smart moves, because that's where you start playing the smart moves and you get caught by a dumb move. Yep. Because you're not playing 2-0 people. You're playing the random guy you got.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Or girl.
Yep. And so this turn we're gonna see the scenario that I just talked about, where 74 points is getting tied up with 63 points, and now we'll see what happens with the rest of the list.
But do you worry that old Dick Vermeil is just out there to get a bunch of shots?
No. Like, he has enough health to sustain it, and then next turn, like, what are those Tempests going to do? They're not going to be able to shoot at him. Maybe one of the Tempests could shoot at him next turn. So if he takes the brunt of the fire this turn and then he's blocking next turn, he's still fine, and he's going to keep using Vader to just whittle them away. So I think it's perfectly okay.
And the other thing, talking about, like, the potential for Vader to do the 4K there, like, you also have to think, like, is that a good move? Like, even if you think Soontir is going to do that 4 forward barrel roll boost, like, if you do that 4K as Vader, is that a good place to have him for the following turn? Like, sure, you get a range 1 shot on Soontir there that is only modded with the Force, but after that, what are you going to do with Vader?
Hey, I mean, it worked out for Nand. He just slooped through a rock and went through the rock again and had no consequences.
Yeah, but he didn't know he couldn't go through the rock and get actions.
But I mean, it's a gamble too, right? That's the problem.
Right.
You usually don't want to have to take a gamble like that.
No, and it's the risk versus reward. Like, at this point in the game, the reward is not big enough, in my opinion, for the payoff of that risk. Now,
Right.
if Reinhardt was like, already down points and it's nearing the end of the game, at that point you probably have to take that risk, right?
Yep. And there is one thing: if he had afterburners on him, you could play this little game with him, and you could say, "Fine, I'm going to make it look like this. I'm going to try to scare Soontir into doing exactly what he did,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to just 5 forward afterburners and then barrel roll and see if I can maybe get a target lock on Vermile and shoot at him with the rest of my ships." You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
bait Soontir into playing defense, and then you just be like, "Nope, you're not actually my target,"
Right. Yeah.
which kind of stinks because you're giving him the flank, but you're at least letting Vader contribute.
Right.
All right. Well, let's see how these shots go then.
Is he using Vader? Okay, yeah, he's using Vader. I'm assuming he's using it on the Tempest too.
What's Vader's range? Is it?
It's range 1 to 2.
It is 2.
Or
Okay.
0 to 2 technically.
Okay.
I'm just assuming he's going to do it on the closest target.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
I guess Soontir wants a focus.
He'll need it for all those dice he's going to roll.
Right.
Fistfuls of dice.
Oh, range 1, no tokens. It's going to hurt.
And he's damaged. So that means Gideon's turned on, right? No, he's not damaged.
No,
Just he might be
he's got
though.
less shield. He probably will be. I mean, he's got his ability.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's 3 hits.
This doesn't seem fair. He brought his ability to not use it, right?
Yeah, you're not supposed to use the ability of the pilot. That's not fair.
Wow, 4 hits. Ouch.
And there's nothing you can do. So
That's the one reason why I don't like passive sensors.
So is he literally? Yeah, he's at 1 health. Jeez.
and now Gideon with ability turned on.
Yep. I think he's just dead. Yep. Spend the focus.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
boom.
And that's what we like to call PS kill. And now it's initiative kill. So if you're the Vader player, is your game over?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
But it's not looking good.
No, being down 41 points before you even get to roll red dice is bad.
Yeah, it feels bad to have a ship that does literally nothing.
Yep.
Didn't get a block, didn't get anything. I guess took 2 shots. The bigs of the Empire.
Sure.
All right, so Duchess. Probably obstructed.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Send it for 2.
Uh-oh.
God.
He has crack shot, doesn't he?
It didn't. I don't think it was in.
Oh, okay. So he takes 1? All right.
Takes 1. Oh, cool. We can use passive now. And just sitting there in range 3. That's cool. Okay, so reroll a target lock. So hitting a crit. I might be dumb. Why did he get the crit?
Because the chassis ability lets.
Is that the chassis?
Yeah,
okay.
ATC.
I haven't played with them since like launch. Oh, he's liking the.
Yeah, good trade so far for Vlad.
Yeah. Vlad is enjoying this round so far.
Yep.
And target lock range 2.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, about expected results.
Yeah.
Right, average. And just enough to not make the crit matter.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm. So
That's why Reinhardt needed one more turn before the engagement, like to make sure that Vader was there.
uh-huh. Like mm.
How about now, Kevin? If you're the other player, do you think it's over now?
So I mean, no, because dice still can happen. But,
Right.
oh boy.
I mean, it's an uphill climb for sure.
Yep.
Which I think is that a Miley Cyrus song? Let's not get into it.
So let's see here. I guess how hard does Vader really want to go after Soontir is the question, right?
Right.
How much money do you keep throwing at bad money? Because Vader could 2-turn left, assuming Soontir is going to do a 2-bank or a 2-turn, and then he could be right behind Soontir. But man, I'm really worried about those Tempests.
Yeah, you almost need to. I don't think Vader does much damage to Soontir anyway. Like even if you are behind Soontir, and couldn't he just excuse me, with Soontir, couldn't he just 2-turn and then roll, like to be right in front of that gas cloud
Sure
if he wanted
could.
to, and then really mess Vader up?
Yep, he sure could. That's why I'm saying, like, how much bad money, how much money do you keep throwing at bad money here with Vader at Soontir?
And for anyone coming
Yeah.
to Worlds, you're listening live to Jake and Kevin with pre-convention crud.
Yes.
So if you want to say hi to us, say hi to Dion instead. All right. So I mean, is there benefit in Vader just 3-bank, just try to get back into the fight with everybody else,
Yeah, there is.
and they just ignore Soontir for now?
He could try to get a crit on Vermile, because Vermile's probably going to do ailerons and then sloop behind
Yeah.
the
Sure.
Tempests, where he's mostly safe.
And Vader's the puncher. Like you need Vader there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, he's your damage,
right.
especially now.
Especially now. Yeah.
All right, let's see some of this unfold. Block those ailerons.
Huh. Okay. So he leaves the sloop open.
I do wish they would do old epic rules and make someone roll a dice right now, or else their shit pops.
Do we really need big base ships to be that good again?
No.
Oh no, we don't need it.
No.
I'm sorry. Are we only putting mechanics into the game that we need?
Oh. Yeah, sure.
What a change. And let's see what.
Really, a 3 left bank?
Hmm.
I don't know why you don't just keep putting the pedal to the metal here. You know what I mean? Like, with Vader, you're just going to get a free hit point off because they won't have a token. Okay.
And
Unless he's trying to cover
Vader is
Vader.
in Arc, right? The Vader crew.
Vader's in arc 0 to 2. Yep.
And you said he has a 3 sloop?
No, he has like a 1 sloop, I think.
Oh,
But he
for
could have
real?
aileroned into whichever way he needed to go, and then done the sloop in the direction.
Well,
Yeah, it's a
because
one
I mean,
sloop.
he had a shot on number 3. There's a good chance 3 gets just taken out right now before it gets to shoot 2.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's still possible.
So 2-turn from Soontir or 2-bank? 2-turn. Okay.
Turn. And he'll get his focus.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he does something.
It depends. Yeah, does he want to be defensive? Okay.
Takes an evade, but he'll still get that focus.
Yep, and he's got cover, so we see the 3-bank. Oh
And
man, does Vader? I think Vader maybe gets a shot at Vermile.
It's hard to say there. I mean,
I think so. And I think he thinks so too.
It's the shot that he wants. I mean, he doesn't have shields, so ideally.
So Soontir gets his focus.
Apparently, Daniel likes the fact that we're under the category art tonight as well.
It means anything you say, we can just say, well, it was just an art thing, so it's open to interpretation, no matter what anybody says.
Hold on a second. Is he trying to trigger Vader's ability, like the crew, right now? Is that what's happening?
It looks that way, yeah.
Oh, he's going to have to knock the shield off of Soontir then. Does he? I wonder if he realizes that if the. Oh, we'll see. We're just watching their chat because he's like, "Oh, Vader's out of range." Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't it if you go to use Vader crew, and let's say the target that you wanted is not in range, but one of your ships is, do you have to Vader your own ship now, or was that changed in the last FAQ?
I'm looking.
I'm just curious.
At the start of the engagement phase, you may choose one ship in your firing arc at range 0 to 2 and spend 1 force. If you do, that ship suffers 1 damage unless it chooses to remove 1 green token.
Okay, so Soontir should have lost a shield right
so
there.
technically, Soontir should.
Or a green token.
Yeah.
Sure, yes. Or a green token, which would just be an evade. Oh, I suppose that's maybe why they didn't do it. He would just be like, yeah, whatever, I'll spend an evade.
Right, which the evade was worth a shield token anyway.
Sure.
Right.
Okay.
So, all right, so Soontir shot on Vermeil, probably? Or on the Tempest. No, wait.
I mean, I'm pretty sure
Different
Soontir's
group.
not going to shoot Vermeil.
Different group, different team. Empire and Empire, I get confused on who's on what team.
It's
not my
fine,
fault.
Walker. It's okay.
He'll have a Predator range 2 shot with the focus.
So, yeah.
Whew. Not a good roll.
Predator was good. Yeah, better,
Okay.
though.
So the greens, all right.
That was better.
So the downtown shot from Vader. Did they skip Vader's shot?
Let's see.
Oh, okay.
They've just forgot. They're doing it now.
Yeah.
Range 3. Average dice.
Yep, that's fine. You spend the lock on the 1, spend the focus. Yep. Seems pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So he takes 2.
There's the crit through. And we've got fuel leak.
Okay, that matters. Especially with a Vader on the board.
Yeah, but with the way that Vader is pointing, like Vermeil can kind of run, and
Oh, I'm sure he will.
right. I'm just saying, like you're not really set up that great for Vader or for Rinehart's Vader to start chasing Vermeil.
No, I agree. It's just it's a crit he's gonna have to put out, or it could become a problem.
Right. I mean, even with ATCs on the table, like it is a problem, but he can just take a turn off and get rid of it.
All right, well, now the range 3 shot on Vader through a gas cloud.
I promise it'll do something.
Super meaningful shot here.
Perfect roll.
Without mods.
Without mods. Vader. Oh!
Ooh.
Still only takes 1.
Jeez.
There's 1 shield.
I mean, he did just roll 3 natural evades, so I guess.
Yeah, but on 5, like
Yeah, that feels bad.
he should have at least gotten evade focus.
And that is why I stopped playing A-Wings.
Right?
All right,
Also
now
why I
Duchess's
quit.
Shot. Ooh.
Shouldn't Duchess have shot before the Vermeil shot?
Oh, yes, she should
Okay.
have.
Should have,
But it doesn't affect...
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
there's no judge to call. Judge, he forfeits his shot. So it looks like he's actually not going to worry about that and is actually shooting at number 3 because there's more damage.
Sure. Strong roll. Oh.
Strong roll.
Whew.
I mean, honestly, that's about what the outcome should have been. Just how we got there.
I guess.
Unfortunately, no Gideon ability.
And no crack shot. I think Gideon, I was gonna say saves that focus.
So no damage there. Target lock time.
2 range 1 shots. This might hurt.
Ooh, that's a good roll.
Reroll those two.
He can't even use ATC. That's funny.
No, he did. He converted one of them.
Did?
Yeah.
Yep.
While
And
you were
Gideon.
hacking up a lung, he had converted one already.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh.
This is a sad Gideon, possibly. Another fuel leak.
Uh-oh.
The Empire, at least this fraction of the Empire, used some discount fuel tubing, and everybody's stringing leaks.
What was hey Kevin, you've watched Resistance, right? What was the name of the fuel?
I can't remember what it was called.
It was
It's a
Corellian
carbon
hyperfuel.
Something, yeah, that's what it was.
Super flammable, highly explosive. So that's probably what they're using.
Yes. Oh, it's not 2 range 1 shots. It's okay.
Range 2 shot. So 1 crit, spend that lock.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh God.
That's a good lock.
Well then.
Probably dead.
Oh, there's chat. Coaxium.
Coaxium. Oh, I thought they called it Corellian hyperfuel.
Well, I believe chat.
I do too.
Coaxium hyperfuel.
Speaking of that, I was informed by my phone today that the season 2 of Resistance starts tonight.
Oh,
You mean
it
the series finale season?
Yes.
What? They're only doing 2 seasons?
Yeah, they announced only doing 2 seasons.
Oh, that's a bummer.
All right, so it looks like 2 crits are getting through. Gideon is now wounded as he dies,
He sure is.
and his fuel is still leaking everywhere. I told you, cheap tubing.
So, would you say he's dead? Like, really dead?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this turn is interesting because Vermeil can't really. I mean, maybe he could like aileron left and then hard turn and try to get invaders away. Because if you block Vader, you could just take one of his shields off, right? As long as he's in your arc.
Yeah.
Or do you just aileron? This is an interesting turn. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, because now you're into the knife fight, the guessing what your opponent's going to do. And
We're in what Travis would call the mid game.
But the mid game is not supposed to happen at turn 3.
Well, it's turn 3 on Vassal, so that could be anywhere.
That's true.
Sure. We could be 30 minutes in.
It could be 2
Could be
hours.
an hour and a half in.
Right.
I wonder, because you kind of got to be careful with Tempest 3 because he doesn't have any shields left.
Right, but at least Gideon's off the board, so being damaged isn't as punishing.
I wonder if you just one bank Vader, do a 4K with Tempest 1, and then... I'm not sure what you do with Tempest 3 here, though.
Well, don't worry about doing a red maneuver, because, oh no, you'll lose your action if you touch that gas cloud.
Actually, yes. I wonder if a 4K might be okay there, because then he would be positioned behind a gas cloud in case Soontir comes for him.
I mean, he'll lose his action next turn as well, but...
Oh no.
Right.
So
Correct.
many consequences.
Vader would help cover, and then you'd also have Tempest 1 shooting. Although it's not modded, you'd have another shot. So you'd have 2 shots if Soontir comes in and takes the bait. Yeah, we'll see what he does.
All right. So Soontir is using Sense? Or no?
Soontir
Vader
is
has
using.
sense.
Vader is using Sense on Soontir. Sorry, the chat threw me off.
That would mean that he's probably not doing red maneuvers with the Tempest then. Otherwise,
And
whatever
I don't,
Soontir does, he wouldn't care because he'll know.
and I don't know if he understands that he has his Vader dial just out there for the world to see, but.
Oh God. Oh, he. Oh.
Yep, he does.
Well. All right.
I mean,
All right, well, Tempest 4K, that was a good call.
Hey.
I think we all knew Vader was doing a one bank.
I think so. That's
Pretty
why I
hard.
mentioned with Vermile, like, do you try to get cute and like aileroning block him or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Chad said maybe he sensed himself. I mean, what do you think he was doing in his ship that whole time he was flying away from the first Death Star? A lot of free time.
Okay. All right, the 3 turn's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially blocks the 2 bank. I assume that Soontir was just going forward though, like YOLO 4 forward or something.
Ailerons and.
Okay, so he didn't aileron the way I thought he might. I thought he would 1 bank in, so he's just straight out running. Okay.
I mean, that's all right though for Vermeil for this turn to disengage.
Yeah. Yeah, because then he's not taking a range 1 shot from the Tempest.
Well, and he also could, like, now he's in a position where he could get behind Vader and start threatening that way. If you really wanted to put Vermeil in there.
I can tell you haven't played a Reaper before. Do you know how hard it is to try to trail a small base ship with a Reaper?
When you're just aileroning right into him over and over
really
again.
hard. They're so cumbersome and like hard. Like the Reaper dial is atrocious.
I feel like clumbersome is a new word, but I like it.
Yeah,
It's
but
like clumsy and cumbersome combined.
Right,
It's
it's
fantastic.
cumbersome. I'm surprised he's not putting out the fuel leak.
well, he's not really
Yes.
worried about getting shot.
Really though, because that Tempest could shoot him.
I mean, yeah.
All right, so Duchess, no ailerons.
Oh, did he put out the fuel leak? I think he put
He
out the
did.
fuel-
Yep.
Okay.
He put out the token and then changed his mind.
Yes.
Duchess in a great spot right now.
This is where with Soontir you panic a little bit. Evade boost. Yep. We're still gonna panic though.
Mm.
Or what could Va- Oh, he hit his dial. What could
Yeah.
Vader be doing?
I think he just realized.
Oof.
Oh, just out of range 1. Oh, so close.
And Vader took a target lock on Duchess.
Yep. She's got lower defense.
Just gotta get that gun off the board.
Does he barrel to try to get to range 2? I assume he does. No?
Looks like just focus lock.
Okay. Alright then.
Soontir.
Soontir gets the candy.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh.
Oof, rough dice again with
Ouch.
Soontir. Predator though.
Okay.
Okay, reasonable.
He's had some good Predator rerolls.
He sure has. They've converted both times.
Mm.
It's a good thing that Tempest had 2 shields to give.
Yeah. Probably would have been more fuel leaks.
It's been a
I don't know
lot
how
of
many there
leaks.
are, but I mean that's what you'd expect with 4 advanced out there.
Yep.
Right,
So trying to strip that focus token from Duchess. That's a good start. Oh.
Okay.
Well then.
That could be a dead Duchess.
Oh.
Ouch.
This could be real bad.
First crit, weapons failure.
That is going to matter.
and console fire.
also matter. And now she's about to roll the dice for console fire.
Yep.
And Duchess turn to engage. Focus.
So no damage from the console fire. And range 2, not range 1. Okay. Well, this is dodgeable.
Yeah, just sad 2 dice shot.
It is.
There it is.
Dodged.
Oh, Duchess is about to... This could be real bad. So range 3 at Vermile. Okay.
Just from downtown.
Pretty good
Okay.
roll with no mods. Oh wait, he has the target lock, doesn't he?
Yeah, he gets the passive target lock.
And 3
Jeez!
crits.
Have they re-rolled anything other than into a crit?
I'm sure.
Blanks. I saw some blanks.
Okay,
in there.
okay. But man, they've been
There's a lot of crits coming out. These dice
Right.
are... This is not a physics generator. This is a random number generator.
Well, this is what happens when there's no shields. Lots of face-up cards.
Yeah.
And, I mean, is this a little bit of seeing the dice normalizing between the two?
Yeah, it is. More or less.
And now major defense.
Dice with him calculate. Won't matter. So 2 crits. And man, if he didn't put out that fuel leak, he'd be for sure dead.
Wounded pilot.
And
And stunned pilot.
Irrelevant crit. Wounded pilot, is that when you do an action, you have to roll to see if you take a stress?
trying to look here. After you perform an action, roll 1 attack die on a hit or crit, gain 1 stress token.
Yep. Okay.
I wonder what shot Tempest 1 will take.
Huh.
Gee, I wonder.
She still has her focus, though. I mean, it's really tempting to shoot in that focus evade token.
And I think we're shooting Duchess.
Yeah.
Oof.
Does that... Wow, that's a natural roll.
That'll turn to a crit, right? Or no?
No.
Because already is a
No, he
crit.
doesn't block because he get a K turn.
Oh, sure.
Otherwise, he'd roll 4 dice.
Yikes.
Good thing that focus is there.
Take the crit.
We haven't seen any direct hits, though. The odds are that this is a direct.
Hull breach.
Or not. Okay.
Boy, just the amount of red on the overlay right now. on that
Like
side.
we've seen 2 fuel leaks. Yeah. Wounded pilot, stunned pilot, console fire, weapons failure, and hull breach. But no direct hits.
I mean, it's not often Duchess has 3 damage and it's all crits.
Right.
Oh, man. That just reminds me of the last time I saw Duchess on the board.
You just leave us in suspense like that?
Well, I was waiting for you to ask. It was a range 3. I got a focus target lock shot at him, and I slipped an ion crit with Poe on her, and she was in the worst place. That Tally came in, and then Poe just does a 3 bank the next turn, and there's nothing he can do about it. And since he was ioned, you don't reveal a dial, so you can't aileron. So it was just like I plinked him and was like, this probably won't hit you. You have a focus token, and I snuck the ion crit in and was like, oh, there was nothing he could do. It was amazing.
All right, so dials are set. And they've said no sense. So Vader's keeping his force. So what do you got? You got Vermeil trying to turn around. Vader chasing Soontir. Is Duchess just running at this point?
Duchess is... So she knows that Tempest is going to jump in between her and Soontir.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to guess that Tempest 3 does like a talon roll. Invader probably does a 1 bank. So her best bet is to try to get as far between that gas cloud and that rock as she can, over towards where Vermeil's going to be. And Soontir probably just does like a 4-4, get the hell out of there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is going to be a rough turn for Duchess. I don't know that there's
So
much she can do.
the advance are trying to set up a kill box, and Vlad's crew of random Imperials is just running at this point to reset.
Yeah, kind of. But I just want to point out one thing. As much as it was helpful kind of to keep Vermeil out of the fight like this, it did hurt a lot not having him there. Like, having him not shoot this turn was really pivotal. Not only could he not use the Vader trigger from the crew, but just his gun being online would have been significant. Because, like, he might have been able to initiative kill, even if he just did, like, a sloop. He might have been able to, like, bump into Soontir, not move, and then just sloop over the top of him and use the Vader crew on the Tempest and then shoot him with no mods, and it's potential that he kills him, and that would have been a big deal. But his gun is off for at least one more turn, and that was part of why I mentioned, like, I understand the running away, but during these key pivotal turns like this, you need as many guns on as you can, even if that risks taking more damage. That's my 2 cents.
No, I agree.
Because it may have lost him this game.
Well, we'll see. Let's get to the moves. So, right in between them, like you said.
Oh, passive sensors. Oh. Yep, he's going for Vermeil. Okay. I thought he would do a Talon roll, but sure.
And maybe that's just a, like, Duchess insurance, like you said, to get as far out of there as possible.
It could be, yep. To try to... Because the thing is, he doesn't want Duchess to bump into him.
Right.
Yeah, he does a 1 turn. So now he's going to be stressed facing him more or less the same as he would have been last turn.
With no mods. Well, the Force mod, but...
He'll have Force mod, well, he'll use Vader. But he'll have his own passive ability, too. Now...
Console fire.
He has to fix the console fire, yeah.
Yeah, because that would kill if the dice went average.
Unfortunately, Vader's going to slide in with the 1 bank real nicely there.
One bank.
Ooh, does he not have arc?
Oh, he might not.
You can zoom in and see.
They just
He
showed
doesn't.
us.
Ooh.
So Soontir fell through with an evade token through a gas cloud.
That's 3.
Well, now they're discussing Vader crew first.
I would say yes.
And yes.
That was Tempest number
3.
3.
All right, now Vader's shot turns a hit into a crit. And spends the focus. No. Well, either way.
Spends a force.
Yeah, force. Sorry.
Oh! So I want to bring up one thing real quick here. Why would you take an evade when you have a gas cloud? Just out of curiosity.
Well,
For a situation just like this.
Wouldn't you almost always take
The
a
Focus?
Focus?
yes.
Suppose because your blank would already turn.
I think the only time you take the evade is if you know you're going to trigger Soontir's ability to get the free focus, right?
Correct. I believe in this situation, yes.
I think
So
in any situation, I think even in a normal, like if you're taking a range 2 or 3 shot, not with the gas cloud, I think you're always going to be better off with the focus, right?
I believe so, which is why I brought it up. I'm just trying to use the calculator, and I don't think I can select gas cloud. Wait, yes, I can. It's on the attacker's thing. Gas cloud.
I mean, I don't know the exact math, but I know the
Well, just
like
wait.
how
You
it
want the
feels.
exact
Kevin's about to tell you the odds.
No, we don't. We don't need the exact math because I can just tell you that it feels better
No.
to take the focus.
Kevin's not C3PO.
Look,
It's K2SO.
we're not playing heroic right now, Jake. You can't feel it.
Well,
Yeah.
yes, I can. Well, okay.
All
What's
right.
the math? Tell me I'm right.
So with it set to 3 hits, the expected damage with an evade token through a gas cloud is 0.1.
Okay.
Wait, that doesn't seem right.
That doesn't seem right at all. With
3 defense dice. There's a gas cloud.
4
Yeah,
defense dice.
It's 3 defense. Or sorry. Well, yeah, you're getting 1 from the calculator too. But it's 0.1 with a focus. It is 0.17. So it's 0.18 versus 0.17.
really?
But focus is technically better.
Yeah. I don't believe it.
technically-
I don't believe your calculator.
I don't think this calculator's right.
I don't think it is
Yeah.
either.
Math
least-
is wrong.
Maybe the way that Andrew did the gas cloud. If I turn the gas cloud off and I say 4 with a focus against 3 hits, and then if you just add 1 more evade, expected damage is, like, even without making 1 an evade, expected damage is 0.653.
Okay.
And with an evade token, expected damage is 0.671. So the more dice you have, the better a focus is.
Right.
Like this is just another example of you should always focus if you're rolling more dice. So, all right.
That's why I say
So,
I think the
one
only time you
shield.
take the evade is if you know you're going to get a free focus.
Yeah, but if you're going through a gas cloud, you for sure take a focus.
Yeah.
Because even if you were to blank out, you still get 1.
Right. All right. So Duchess.
Trying to initiative kill. Maybe.
Get you close. Not close enough.
Well,
maybe.
Let's see what the crit is.
Still haven't seen a direct hit. I take it back.
There it
There
is.
it is.
There is your direct hit. Now shots on Vader. Range 3.
Well, he can make it 1.
Sure.
Yes, no damage. Well, this game got a lot more interesting now. Oh wait, he has to shoot yet. Hold on.
Hold on.
So shot on
It might
Duchess,
be
range 1.
More interesting in a second. Oh,
Yep. Pretty good luck.
That's over.
Yeah. Is there another direct? Oh, panic.
I see a direct. hit
Direct.
here.
Damage.
Hull breach.
I mean, not that it matters on any of that, but
Stun.
It matters.
Boy, I
because
feel like the
put all
rest of
the
that
red
deck
text
is
on the overlay.
all directs. There's all gotta be. You're putting this all up there, Kevin?
I sure did.
Oh, Duchess.
Okay, so I like a 3-turn from Vader through that gas cloud here.
go get Soon Tier.
I mean, you already have a lock. You
Yeah,
have
go
passive
get 'em.
mods. There's no consequences, I was told.
There isn't. Not when you have Force.
Yeah, and when you're Vader, like you just do whatever you want, right?
Also when you're Vader, yes.
So he just plays Leapfrog over Vader, takes passive sensors, hopes Vermile runs into him, maybe.
Hey Walker, you want to try to read those names for the subscribers to Twitch Prime?
We've
I
got.
should get Ryan Farmer on to read those.
Oh boy.
Right?
Well,
figured-
you know, I think you can say Mansant,
that
one
one
seems okay.
that one
yeah.
seems
Seems good.
alright.
and it's either apostasis or apostasis.
I think it was your first guess.
Yeah,
Apostasis.
I think
Well, I
so,
feel like
too.
we've had this discussion for this name before. And he came on and told us how to say it, and I've already forgotten because it's been a couple months.
But thank you everybody for subscribing to Gold Squadron. Dion appreciates it.
And in turn, so do we. All right, so it looks like
Is
they're
he
both
doing
set.
the Vader sensing himself again? Is that what's happening right now?
Shh.
Gosh.
You don't see anything.
Yeah,
It's not the
no.
dial you're looking for. Kevin, if you could just start singing "When I Think About You, I Sense Myself," that would be great.
I can't.
All right, so let's just let the moves just happen.
I think so. Let's just let
So,
it happen.
like you
There we
said,
go.
Tempest leapfrogs over, hopes for a bump.
Now, without having, yeah, I was gonna say, without having shields, I wonder if you just take the focus here,
Mhm.
so that you don't get Vadered for
Well,
free.
and Vermeil is stressed, so we're not getting ailerons this turn. So
Nope.
you're probably not getting that bump anyway. So you're going to be taking
And
a range 1 shot from Vermeil.
and he just
Vlad,
told him
yeah,
Vader's
I see
dial
that.
is showing, but that feels like somebody just got out of the bathroom and you're like, whoa, bud. All right, and he's showing for Miles. He's got to do ailerons first, correct?
No, when he's stressed, you don't. Duchess is the only one that can do ailerons when they're stressed.
Oh, I see, because he's stressed. Well, that's good for him then. Oh, and he's jamming the Tempest.
Yeah, he's jamming him so you can Vader it for free. That's rough.
And rolls a crit.
What's he roll the crit?
Stunned? Maybe? Which one is it? One of them's
Oh, wounded. So he's
wounded.
gonna get another stress.
Great.
All right. Yep. Soon tier. Oh man, if Vader. Oh wait, he knows Vader's doing the one bank.
Right?
I was gonna say, man, Vader with a 3-turn would be like money.
And to Daniel in chat, Dion doesn't own anyone. You can't own people anymore. That's been out of vogue for over 100 years.
To be fair, though, we are worried about him snapping us. So
True. He's just adding Echo Base to his gauntlet. And Vader with the one bank.
I feel so bad. Now knowing his dial was showing, like, oh man,
right,
it feels terrible.
it does. But he
'Cause
can
now you're
barrel
just
roll.
like, yeah, he
Yeah.
can, but it's still like, eh. Well, this is still gonna hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Gets his token stack, so his candy.
Vader.
He's probably gonna Vader his shield off. Yep. Oh, he's doing it off the Tempest. I thought he would do it on Vader.
I'm surprised too.
Well, the Tempest has how much health left? 3?
Yep.
Okay, he's trying to make sure he kills it. Well, I mean, you're having 2 ships shoot before he shoots. Like, that Tempest is probably dead without Vadering it.
But so did he just get rid of the token with the Tempest? Because
So,
didn't
no,
the
what he did, he jammed him to get rid of the token, and then
Oh,
he Vader
okay,
to
I
do
missed
the
that.
damage.
I
Yeah.
missed that. Nice.
But I still think he actually should have tried to take the focus off of Vader with the Vader crew.
Mm.
So now we soon tier the Tempest.
Yep. Yeah,
Four
that
dice.
Tempest is super.
Super dead. Nope. Not
Okay,
super dead.
Suntier has
Predator.
not rolled very good. He's not
Again,
spending
Predator's
focus.
been pretty good though.
Predator has converted all 3 times.
So hitting a crit. Tempest takes the crit. And we know that deck is full of direct hits. Well, one of them was.
The other deck is full. Vlad's deck is full of direct hit.
Damage engine.
Well, I'm pretty sure he'll never do a hard turn, so okay. All right, here's the money shot. Unfortunately, it's against a token stack, but...
Yikes.
Ooh, okay, he's getting at least a crit through.
And spends a force probably.
Yep.
Nope, focus.
Really? Okay. So he just takes a crit.
Yep.
And that crit is direct hit.
Oh. I mean, he's been due, so.
Yeah, that's true. And he is now tokenless, but it doesn't matter.
Now Vermile's going to finish off the Tempest.
Yep.
Oh!
Oh, yes. Yes, he is.
Yep.
Just pull the ship. Whatever. I'm done.
All right, well,
This is still very interesting.
this is still an interesting game because Vader can just one-shot either ship at this point.
Right.
And Vermile doesn't have a lot of ways to escape, and Suntir is stressed facing the wrong direction.
I was saying they're not in a good spot to chase him, like you said, facing the wrong
Yeah.
direction.
Vader
Hey.
can just...
Kevin, I think you forgot to pull a shield off a Soontir on our overlay.
okay.
Right.
There you go, yep.
Thank you for subscribing, Mansant, and thank you for keeping us honest. Well, Kevin, keeping Kevin honest. I wouldn't have missed
I need to... Sure.
that.
I need to look at... What are the blues on the Reaper dial?
Once he puts it out there, we'll be able to see.
I'll just go into his hand and I can see him.
I'm gonna click quicker so it switches. There it is. Haha.
hmm.
3 forward, 2 forward, and 1 softs and straight. Not a lot of blues.
No. Oh, 1 bank probably this turn?
Not like the
Actually,
Nantex style.
You mean doing whatever you want? He might be better off just trying to do a 3 forward, trying to get the gas cloud obstruction if he can. I don't know that he can, but...
Yeah,
Better-
Mansant's asking about the shield thing, and the shield
Yeah, he
is-
burned his shield on a crit earlier.
Yep, he did. So you could just give up Vermile entirely in case Vader does a K-turn. And you could just 2-turn Vermile into Vader, hoping that if Vader does a K-turn, he's at range 2, and you could trigger Vader's ability.
Yeah.
And then you at least burn off his final shield so that it's a shield. I mean, because Vermile's going to die. There's nothing you can do to save him. But you might be able to get that extra damage out before he dies.
Mhm.
Sure.
We'll see what he does. But, I mean, that might be the best option.
More Vader on Vader stuff.
Yep. Because he could just have a bad roll and maybe Vermile somehow.
All right, so playing it safe with the 1 bank.
He could jam off the target lock, too.
He did jam Vader.
That was...
He jammed Vader, and then he's rolling for wounded.
Yep, gotcha. And he does take a stress again.
Yep. And Vader loses target lock.
Yep.
And Soontir's just bye, Felicia.
Kind of surprised he evaded, but okay.
And Vader with the 4K. So he's
Yep.
still an arc of
I think
Vermeil,
he can still
Vermeil.
use Vader's trigger on him.
But it's got to be range 2.
Yeah,
It might be range 2 because
No,
range
that's not range
2.
2.
Well, remember each range band is 2.5 bases. Oh, it's just out. Okay. So he can't use Vader's ability, darn.
So 2 dice.
Oh, that's 2 hits. So any paint and he'll live. No.
Or
Well, there was no
not.
So this game is looking a lot better for Vader, even though the beginning it didn't look so great.
Yeah, Soontir's in a rough spot. Vader's facing the right direction. Soontir's stressed.
Yeah, but Soontir's always stressed. Like,
I think with Soontir you got a 2-turn left here, right? Make him go as fast as possible with blues, and if he doesn't get a shot. And then you play inside the rocks. Because Vader's not as mobile as you are. Okay, he's not during... Oh, okay.
And
So he
target
does
lock.
dodge his arc this turn, but next turn...
And I am just going to keep clicking through as we go.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fine.
Not a lot of discussion left
So
for movements.
Soontir can't 2-turn in and joust. That'd be bad.
Oh, can't he?
I mean,
Oh god.
there's a difference between what he can and can't do and what he should and shouldn't do.
People have way too much trust in green dice that I do
And if you
not
just want to go ahead and repost your Twitch chat comment, if Kevin jinxed it, you can do that again. He can't just do hard turn and joust.
Yeah, but see, now Soontir can take the evade. If Vader turns in, he's going to get the focus. So at least he's going to have his
He
token
won't
stack.
though. Vader will barrel roll. And
Oh.
wow.
Or you know, Vader's going to Talon roll.
Okay, well, so I understand the Talon roll, but I feel like it was an unnecessary. What is going on?
I don't know.
I mean, I think he's just in shock of what he just did with Vader, maybe.
Could be like, why did I do that?
Like, I understand what he's trying to do, but sometimes you just take the safe move, which is the 2-turn.
And just to let chat know, I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
I don't explain, Kevin. What is he trying to do with Vader there? Because I don't understand. Why would you not just turn in?
Soontir was going to 4-forward and run.
Okay.
Because what reasonable person would take a 1-health Soontir against a Vader that already has a target lock on him and can barrel roll? So you're just going to sit there with an evade token. What reasonable person would do that? No one would. So he was like, all right, he's just going to 4-forward, and I'm just going to start getting behind him again.
Okay.
But the Talon roll just puts him in a really gross spot because now next turn to clear stress, like, I don't get it. If he was going to do this, you might as well just 4K'd.
We're still waiting on someone to be set, but we revealed early.
I mean, I really like sometimes the way that Paul said it. Sometimes it's best to just do the best maneuver for you and not worry about what your opponent's best maneuver is. Just do the best maneuver for you. And this was not the best maneuver for
No, and I just wanted to get you to say like why it wasn't good, other than it's just not good.
Right. I'm assuming we're going to see a Talon roll.
And the counter still says turn 3, so
Right.
I haven't been keeping track of my own.
I think they're in like turn 8 or 9 by now.
There was a couple of turns where they were going pretty quick, so they could be in double digits. Not that it really matters, because we just really need to see red dice thrown one more time by Vader, and it's probably game over.
That's, yep.
I picture Vader like in a stream trying to catch a salmon right now.
I mean, I bet you he Talon rolls again because he really like.
Yeah.
It would work. This is where Vader Talon rolls the other way and just takes a damage because he likes to live dangerously.
Oh, I hope not. No. Soontir's doing a 1-turn, I assume, either direction. Or not.
YOLO.
Okay.
You know, if he does the Talon roll, though,
If he doesn't Talon roll,
That 5-forward's going to look really good.
Still feel like the best move was like a 2 or a 3-turn.
No.
Me too.
There it is. Oh.
There's gas clouds on the board. That means there's no consequences.
Yep, that's true.
Jeez.
Are you picking Vader standing in the stream now trying to catch a salmon?
I'm sorry.
Just keep slipping through his hands.
God, that's great.
That's so terrible.
You know, he can't really move his shoulders, so
Right. Just these awkward bear hugs that can't quite catch a fish.
right.
He just keeps saying, I have you now, even though it's never true. All right. So the Interceptor is coming for it.
No, why did you do the barrel roll?
Shots.
All right, whatever, I guess.
Oh, nope.
I mean, you could say shots, but they're not happening, so.
So we know Soontir's dial is a 2-turn next turn.
But maybe Soontir will catch Vader, but then he won't
well, he
barrel
could.
roll.
Does Vader just... I feel like we get like another weird Talon roll here. Oh, there it is. There it is. Just
Yes.
'cause.
Here's our
Finally.
shots, though.
Finally, 8D chess.
I mean,
Yes.
it worked though, right? Because he was able to slip the bullseye of Soontir.
It kind of feels though it's like it's your knight in chess. He's just doing L's, and eventually he'll get to where he wants to get.
I'm so glad we had an 8D.
This is like when the salmon tries to catch the bear. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So this is probably the final turn.
I also appreciate the Star Wars reference for slipping through your fingers again. Like, just depth on this thing.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of Anchorman, Panther. Works 50% of the time, every time.
Every time. It works 60% of the time. And you rewatch it, you're like, that's Paul Rudd.
It sure is. So no damage to Vader, unknowable.
And Vader.
If he gets to 4, it's... Yep, that's game. Okay.
Wow.
So even after, like you said, Kevin, games can be over without even rolling dice. Well, I think many of us would have considered this game. I know I did. I was like, oh, this isn't looking good.
Right.
It pulled it off.
Yeah. So Vader getting in the fight sure made a big difference, didn't it?
Well, yeah, with
Mhm.
him being such a big puncher, that really is what helped swing it. On top of the fact that Vermeil didn't get to shoot for what, 2 turns?
I feel like this really comes down to Vermeil not being in the game.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, like, that was everything. I understand you could have taken the fuel leak and he could have died, but you could have initiative killed another Tempest, and then that would have been everything.
Mm-hmm.
But Vermeil's gun being off for 2 turns, I think, was everything this game. Because early game, Vlad absolutely had a lead, and it was super evident. And then mid-game, it kind of fell backwards and flipped the other way. I mean, dice didn't help him either. His Duchess rolls were pretty terrible.
Yeah.
But it definitely swung back once he no longer had Vermeil to help him out. And if you think about it, that makes sense because Vermeil's how many points? He is 63 points. He's as much as Soontir.
Right.
Mhm.
And it was also like 2 turns of Vermeil not being able to use the Vader crew. Like there was a lot that he lost out on because he disengaged with Vermeil.
Yep, and that's the thing is like if you spent all those points on Vader, like you need to be using it as much as you can.
Mm-hmm.
And if that means you're bumping and you're not moving, then that means you're bumping and you're not moving.
But at least
Especially
you're shooting.
against a list like this where he's gonna use passive sensors and he won't have that green token to even save himself from Vader. But yeah, I really think it all came down to when he disengaged with Vermeil. That and some of this weird garbage with Vader and Soontir was just silly, but whatever.
I mean, it made for at least a comical ending.
Oh, sure.
Well, and
It'll be interesting though how different this would have been if Soontir had a targeting computer.
You mean when Soontir has a targeting computer?
Yes. Because I don't know when this game is played. I assume it was before the Nantech came out. But I wonder how different this would have been if
Yeah.
Soontir had a target lock every time he shot at Vader instead. I would also agree. Chat had mentioned that Reapers are not an ideal platform. Yes, I would agree. A shuttle makes a much better Vader
Mhm.
platform.
because you like that large base.
Well, it's
Well,
also being
it's
able
the
to go
multiple
slow,
arcs
right?
Right.
and multiple arcs.
Yeah, the multiple arcs as well. But I think the hard thing with the Reaper is you're constantly going fast, and so you almost would have to like stay on the flank or on like the outside edge and just constantly be kind of circling and spiraling to be able to try to get that.
But you know what Reapers are a good platform to carry? Palpatine.
Yes.
They're a great Palpatine carrier because they can run the hell away and keep him on the board.
Yep.
And he's cheaper. I understand Vader's usefulness, but I still feel like Palpatine is just better. Purely from a utilitarian standpoint. So, okay. That's all I've got.
Just a quick reminder to everybody who is still watching, the three of us will be at Worlds, and we'll actually be streaming, working with Gold Squadron and Dion to fuel his ultimate stream for Worlds. That's going to be pretty interesting. Be fun to do. So I think, haven't really nailed down exact details yet, but I think what will happen is we will be streaming to our channel, and then Dion will just be picking up our feed and cutting in and out to kind of jump back and forth between a few different games. So it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a busy week.
Yeah.
I am interested to meet somebody and have them be like, "Yeah, I'm this person," and I'm like, "I don't know who you are," and like give us their username. We're like, "Oh yeah, you're there every time."
Yep.
Yeah, I had that happen to me last year at Worlds. Some guy from Italy, I can't remember his name. I played him in round, and he knew who I was, and I had no idea who.
Yeah. But yeah, so if you see us there, come up, say hi, and be nice to talk to some people who are tuning in every week and watching what we do. So we do appreciate seeing the same names over and over again.
Yep, and after Worlds, I'll have some Worm stuff in the pipe. I'm just waiting till after Worlds to start that again.
They're giving us crap for real-time analysis.
Yeah.
Hey, I've been on the stream with Dion a couple times doing commentary.
I've never been good enough to be asked to be on a stream before. Don't ruin this for me.
We have to give you a goal, otherwise you'll never try to achieve something.
Do I have a goal right now?
Yeah. Your goal is to make it through the last chance qualifier and to actually play in Worlds.
But then who's going to be on stream?
We'll figure it out.
I think
Details.
you only have to go 3-3, from what I'm hearing, for last chance qualifier.
Oh, is that it, Kevin? Yeah, it's not so easy.
I mean, I feel like 3-3 is very attainable.
It's hard to go 3-3 and you start 0-2 every time.
Well, just stop doing that.
Yeah, but that gives me those nice matchups. I get the unpredictable people.
Those are the worst ones. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Glad we had some fun, and this was good. It was fun.
Yep.